Okay, so my name's Anna. I work for the Believing Geek website. If you're finding the stream or maybe the YouTube video later on, you probably already know this. This is basically part of our social anxiety blogs that I mainly do. We decided in my spare time that I should stream a little bit, see if it helps with my social anxiety. Like, I've been told it will by a few people, including my therapist at times. I have a lot of trouble talking to people. I have a lot of problems doing things that scare me. So everyone was like, play to your strengths a little bit. Why don't you stream a little bit on Twitch, play it on YouTube, have it as part of the diary series we do on there, where I share way too many personal details about my life. It's also kind of we're a little bit on the lazy side, so it's nice to have something to put on the website that's a little bit different from me and Luke ranting about anime all the time, I guess. I guess a little bit of a warning is that I'm really bad at most games I play. I've completed this game. I've completed the 3 original chapters of this game. I need to play the new one, but I'm going to start from chapter 1. I will probably get completely confused and lost within 5 minutes of playing the game and be really embarrassed and then just go offline. This really was just like an experiment stream to see if I can do it on a day off. Hopefully it'll be alright. Also, I'm sorry about the microphone. I don't have a setup really to stream. I don't know what I'm really doing, so I've just got my microphone and hopefully it's working because it wasn't earlier on when I was talking to someone, so hopefully it works. I'm going to start the game now.
Wake up. It seems you had a nightmare.
I don't really remember.
That's all right, miss. Nightmares are best forgotten.
I guess you're right. What are you doing here, Millie? Is everything okay?
Oh no, miss. Something terrible is happening down in Paper City. I came here as soon as I could. I wanted to warn you and your brother not to go there, but when we arrived, I could only find you.
What do you mean?
Miss, I'm afraid your brother is missing.
I have to go find Flint. Millie, you stay here and rest. I'll come and check up on you later.
Please, before you go around looking for your brother, miss, go and find Mr. Bear and ask him to come along. He's retired now, but he was always so fond of you. I'm sure he'll help you out. He may not be an easygoing man, but he has a kind heart.
Ted? I know where he is. He has a small office in my closet, but Ted and we can't work together anymore. Mostly because I'm still smart and driven and he's become a burnout.
I haven't seen him since he left the city. But whatever falling out you two had, I beg you to reconcile.
I think I can find my brother on my own, Millie. I don't really need Ted's help anymore.
You're growing up so fast, little miss. But please reconsider. There is something else I have to warn you about. The reason I came all the way down here. There is this man that came down to Paper City a week ago. He's asking a lot of questions about you.
What man?
We call him the Red Man. There were a lot of fires down in the city this past week, ever since he showed up. The officials are burying their heads in the sand, while this man has an entire city. Your city, miss, cowering in fear.
Well, Paper City Police Department isn't known for its heroic head-on approach to crime fighting.
The mayor and the commissioner have issued a citywide lockdown until all of this is sorted out. A lot of people are escaping the city. We managed to escape through the East Tunnel's maintenance route, but most of the exits are closed off now.
You said we escaped. Is someone else here with you?
The Mugshot boys helped me through the East Tunnel. Bless their hearts. We arrived at Flint's room, but he wasn't there, so I came here to wake you up.
I have to go now, Millie. I'll be back as soon as I can to come check on you. Do you need anything?
I'm fine, little miss. I just need to rest is all. Please, before you go out, find Mr. Bear and ask him to come along.
So this game is a click and point game. I really like click and point games. I used to be really good at them. When I got really depressed, like in my early 20s, I stopped being any good at them. This game I actually bought because I'm a big fan of a writer called Robert Rankin, who did a story based on a bear called Eddie Bear. So it really reminded me of that.
I use this chest as a reading bench sometimes. Unlike most women, I just like to sit near the window on a cold autumn day under a warm blanket with a good book. It's just this weird quirk I have. I've read all of these. Some of my favorites are Boomerang, What Goes Around Comes Around, The Island of the Monkeys, and Staring Down the Barrel, A Drunkard's Tale. Yes, drawers. What will they think of next?
I'm also the kind of person that just clicks on absolutely everything.
Cornflakes. They've gotten cold and mushy and gross.
I'm pretty sure this game you had to as well, because I'm sure there was an achievement to click on certain things.
It produces particles. Or is it waves?
But I've already 100%ed the game.
It's not
'cause I just
working,
really
but
liked
that's
it.
okay. I can't tell the time anyways. My collection of paintings. Mom said I could have any painting in the house for my room. It was a rigorous selection process. The tools I used to transfer my genius onto paper. It says Gaga on it, or is it Goo Goo? It's filled with stuff I brought from the city. So fluffy and comfortable. This is my bed. There are many beds like this, but this one is mine. I'll just pick this up. You never know when it might come in handy.
Amber Ashworth, if I had a nickel for every time this broad got me into trouble, I'd be neck deep in nickels right now. Something was different this time. I could feel it in the air. Someone really put the scares on her. Despite her fragile appearance, Amber's a tough kid, so it was unusual to see her like this. She starts talking, and I start pretending I don't care. I told her I'm retired, for good this time. Fell on deaf ears again. Anyway, she starts talking about Millie, Paper City, her brother, and all that jazz, and I'm wondering how many times we've gone through this before. You see, we have this routine where she asks me for help, as she always does, and I play hard to get, as I always do. Eventually, I give in. We've done this so many times I've lost count. She knows the drill, and so do I. Might as well just hear her out. Her words ring through my office. They get stuck in this haze around my head, and then they get lost in the cold autumn rain outside, tapping on my window in this hypnotic manner. It's calming in a way, or is it the booze that makes me calm? Not much to do when you're retired, and hobbies were never my cup of tea. I know her standing in my doorway with her lady in distress shtick means bad news for me, and yet I know I'm in for it again. The sun is slowly setting and the rain gets heavy. The news said there will be a storm tonight.
Hi, Ted. I heard you've retired.
Cut the ceremony, doll. I ain't doing it.
Doing what?
Whatever little plan you've schemed up this time to ruin my life. You're bad news, doll. Always were. Do me a solid this time and leave me out of it. I'm busy.
I knew you wouldn't help me. I only asked because Millie insisted you come along.
Millie, are we investigating old wives' tales now? It's getting late, doll. Shouldn't you be in bed?
I was in bed. Millie woke me up.
Well, you should ask her to help you out then.
So, you're saying I should ask an old blind woman to help me out?
That old broad is tougher than she looks. Now, if you don't mind, I have some real work to do.
Oh my god, you're still mad at me? After all this time? I really need your help, and I kind of promised Millie I would ask you to come along.
Mad? Why would I be mad? I was almost thrown into a wood chipper thanks to you. I was lucky. One of the guys we investigated is in my bird-watching, poker and cigar club. And where were you? You ran off.
I was following a lead, somewhere else.
Yeah? What'd you found out?
Not much.
Not a goddamn thing. Listen, doll, I've got a nice little setup here. Lately, I've been doing some tailing work for jealous husbands down in the city. Bunch of nervous train wrecks, but the money is good. I grew tired of pulling bloated toys out of Dredge River. Our days of crime fighting are over. That whole thing, it's behind us. It belongs in the past. Capiche?
You've been practicing this speech, haven't you?
A little bit. How was it?
It was okay. The part about the bodies was a bit much.
I threw that in for dramatic effect. It wasn't in the original draft then.
No, it was good. It gets the point across.
Does it really? You're still here, and I still have a lot of work to do.
I guess what I really like about the game is that when you try to explain you're playing a game about a teddy bear detective, people think it's for kids, and it really isn't, and it really does like the noir thing really well. It is really funny as well. I do really like this game.
Do we really have to do this whole bit again?
Fine. This is dragging on for way too long, and it's past my office hour. What's this nonsense all about anyways?
So, according to Millie, a lot of things are happening down in Paper City lately.
What things?
Like all sorts of bad things, and there's this guy that's responsible.
According to Millie.
The mayor has issued a citywide lockdown. No one is allowed to leave or enter the city limits until all of this is sorted out. They've managed to escape through the East Tunnel maintenance route, but I think that's been closed off too.
They?
Yeah, Millie and the Paper City Paper Mache Association. They thought they could practice their, macheing here in the woods since their place burnt down.
Boy, that place must have burned down fast. Am I right? Wait, I never heard of any Paper Mache Association down in the city. Are you making this up?
Yeah, sorry. The mugshot boys helped her out. I know how much you don't like them.
I mean, what's not to like? The fact that they're thieves and thugs? They literally stole a candy from a baby once.
But wasn't that baby an undercover cop?
Well, yeah, it was. But they didn't know that. Now, did they?
Anyways, they helped her escape the city through the East Tunnel, the one that leads to Flint's room, and she said he wasn't there. She believes he's gone missing. I need to go and check on Flint. Maybe he's still in the house, but Millie doesn't want me to go alone. She says it's possible for the Red Man to have found an exit to my house. She's really scared.
Wait, what Red Man?
She was telling me about this man, dressed completely in red. He came down to Paper City recently and was asking questions about me.
He's asking questions about you? What's so interesting about you?
Hey, I'll have you know there are a lot of people out there who find me interesting. Nilly is really scared of this man. I can't leave anything to chance. Will you help me out?
Whoa there, Sugar Cup. Even if I come along, and I'm still thinking that one over, I'm afraid a crucial component that'll help in our future investigation is missing.
Your nose? Who's got your nose? Who's got your nose?
How old are you again?
Your magnifier?
That's right, Dollface. Now be a good assistant and go find it for me.
I'm sorry, your assistant?
You know what I mean. Now get cracking.
I grew up playing click and point games, and one of my favourites was the Monkey Island games, and a lot of like the little bits of humour, they're kind of the same, where you can pick something and just say something absolutely ridiculous, and also the fact that you can just like look at really random things.
It's my field hockey mask. My friend Jason wants to borrow it. As far as I'm concerned, he can have it. What's the worst that can happen?
I just really like it. If you get the in jokes, they're really good.
These are my clothes. The colors are more on the bright side, but I can't help it. I love vivid colors. What? Those must be Ted's. I really feel like I don't own enough shoes. And no, it's not a stereotype. It's just a fact. I got this for Flint, with my own money. It's some guardian superhero dude. Very bleak and depressing story arc. I love the yarn work especially. It makes this place look like a proper office. It's filled with stuff I brought from the city. Oh, that's right. I remember playing with this a couple of days ago. It fell on the floor and the lens broke. I'll take the magnifier with me, but I better repair it before I return it to Ted. I don't really need glasses, but maybe they'll come in handy. Better take them with me just in case. I don't think so. I broke my mom's glasses. I better find use for this lens now. This won't hold. I need some sort of adhesive. Yes, drawers. Yes, drawers. What will they think of next? Nothing interesting about them. Well, one of them has a PhD in clinical virology, so I guess that's something. I just can't seem to find any time in my busy schedule to unpack properly. The tools I use to transfer my genius onto paper. The tools I use... Cornflakes. They've gotten cold and mushy and gross. It's my bed. It comes with all the luxuries a bed should have.
This is the part where I get stuck and have no idea what I'm doing.
Come on. Come on.
I vaguely remember getting stuck on this the last time I played it and spending forever trying to find... It's on the desk.
I bet this glue will be useful. Better take it with me.
I lied. I know what I'm doing. I always know what I'm doing.
Come on. There we go. Now I just need a lens. Voila! A perfect crime. Ted will never know.
Is one reason you should just literally click on absolutely everything.
That's not my magnifier.
What do you mean? It's a magnifier. It magnifies and everything?
No, this is my magnifier, with the lens missing, which I'm sure you broke recently. You've replaced the lens with your mom's glasses and glued them together with kids' glue.
That's preposterous. Never have I ever.
Okay, never mind. This will do, I guess. Let's head out.
Oh, so nice to see you two working together again. True friendship is never...
Okay, forget it. I'm going back to the office.
Mr. Bear, I know you wouldn't let little miss wander around alone. Now, would you?
Why? Is your exaggeration after her?
Listen here, Mr. Bear. Little miss needs your help. Her brother is missing. Now you clean yourself up, get your head straight, and help her out. Or else.
Yeah, that's right, Mr. Bear.
Sure, gang up on me. Anyways, we should get going. I don't have all night.
I really do feel like I'm pretty much the bear.
Let's head out. Watch my back, Ted.
I'm sorry if it's picking up me kicking things on the floor as well. I just have a lot of stuff under my desk for some reason.
That's just...
It's just weird.
Yep, it's weird.
So I mean, there's a lot of strange things going on in like the background and stuff. It becomes obvious as the series went on what was going on and where we were. But I'm not going to say anything. It's easy to figure it out, obviously. But it's kind of fun to just let it happen as well.
It's so dark in here, Ted. I can't see anything.
The light is busted. We'll have to find a flashlight or something.
It's locked. I bet it's full of diamonds. That's something one would have lying around in a cardboard box in the middle of the hallway, right? The accentuated, almost reckless brushstrokes could be an indication of the artist's lack of formal education. Rather than paint with methodical, almost sterile precision, he instead attempts to convey his inner turmoil through his paintings, making his work better appreciated through sheer emotion.
What the hell are you talking about?
You're just such a caveman. Wait, it's locked. But why?
This is mighty suspicious, doll. Wasn't there a hole in the study wall? You know, that one that you used to crawl through when you were younger.
You're right, Snoop. Maybe I can still fit through. It's worth checking out.
Rust. Hey there, Rust. It's been a while.
Sure has, Snoop. Still walking the beat?
Not lately. I finally took some time out to sort things out.
He's pretending he's retired. It takes a lot out of him, apparently.
Well, you couldn't have picked a worse time to retire, Snoop. Things are getting close to boiling point down in the city.
What's going on, Rust?
Wish I could tell you, Bear. I'm as clueless as the rest of them. One thing I know is that I was working at the steel mill one day, The damn place got blown up.
We've heard rumors about some red man. Know anything about that?
I sure do. He's the damn reason all this is happening, Bear. So this Red shows up down in PC. This was a week ago. He goes after the thugs first, gathers information and such. No one thought nothing of it. Couple of beaten up lowlifes here and there. It's a common trait with these guys, you know? Then, the fire started. I hear a couple of guys down from the coal district gathered a posse, try to corner this bird. No one heard from him since. And those guys are miners, Bear. They're as tough as nails.
Who is?
Those guys, Ted.
What kind of information is he after?
Well, here's the funny part, Snoop. I heard he was asking a lot of questions about our beloved Miss here. That's why I'm here. After Doris and the kids left the city, I figured I'd come here and make sure Amber stays safe. Now, don't you be dragging her on one of your ill-advised adventures, Bear.
Are you kidding me? Anyways, why would this guy be going around asking about her? You know anything about this, doll? Anyone whose life you're messing with? Besides mine, I mean. Angry boyfriend, perhaps?
Don't get smart. I never heard of this Red guy until tonight. Besides, you're the only man in my life, Bear.
Who's getting smart now? So, what kind of information is this guy after, Rust?
Haven't I told you about this already? He's asking about our little Miss here. Is he alright?
He's fine. He's just sleepy and grumpy and, like, totally not drunk.
Nah, I'm fine. I'm just sleepy and grumpy because she dragged me out in the middle of the night on some wild goose chase.
Nice to see you two are getting along after all these years.
We've heard the city is in lockdown.
Sure is. It's been like that since the mill exploded. The official statement is that there was a gas leak down at the basement level, but we all know better.
So you think it wasn't an accident? You think someone is trying to cover something up?
I wouldn't go that far, miss. My suspicion is that the officials don't want to make a big deal out of it. Keep the folks at ease.
What about the mill owner, that Dietz fellow? He made any enemies lately? Filed any big insurance claim or something?
Nah, Bear. Mr. Dietz is a straight-up bird. Besides, his son was down at the mill when it happened. Kid got a little earbuzz is all.
So no one leaves or enters the city at this point?
That's what the lockdown implies, Bear. Folks are still escaping, though. I hear some of them got here through the tunnels. Them mugshot boys were the first to flee, and poor old Millie. I hear she got here safe.
Millie's in my room. She's resting.
Bless your kind heart, little miss. I'll stay here in the hallway. Keep an eye out.
Can you do it, Rust? You seem kind of tired.
I ain't no bunny, little miss. Some buster tries to pull a fast one on me, I'll give him a little chin music before I drop a dime on him to the elbows.
What?
He's saying he can do it. How'd you escape?
I used the east tunnel maintenance shaft, but the thing was getting close to collapsing. I think they closed it off completely after I got through.
Have you seen Flint, Rusty? Millie told me he might be missing.
I'm sorry, little miss. I'm afraid I haven't seen your brother. But I'm sure he's fine. Flint is a tough kid. Besides, no one has left or entered this room since I got here.
You know anything about the Yellow King?
Not really. I guess they left the thing wide open, like open to interpretation. I personally didn't think much of it.
Well, we better get cracking. Catch you later, Rust.
Sure thing, Snoop.
Thank you, Rusty. Bye.
Bye, little miss. Don't worry about your brother. I'm sure he's all right.
This hole leads to Flint's room. It's covered in cobwebs, though. That's so gross. Go in, Ted, and check it out. I'll wait for you here.
I'm sorry, doll. As much as crawling through spider-infested holes sounds appealing to me, I have to pass. See, spiders tend to nest in my fur, and then I have to take a bath and go through this whole fumigation process. It's a mess.
It's growing from the sand.
Aren't you perceptive, doll? You should have been a detective.
And you should have been a 10-year-old girl, 'cause you throw like one. My grandpa's books. I know you're not supposed to judge a book by its cover, but these look so boy. There's a number written underneath. 107. What does it mean?
10-7's the police code for an unconscious or a dead person.
That's a little grim.
I don't make the rules. I sure as hell don't follow them either.
I have got a bit of paper that I'm writing things like that down on.
Lex iniusta non est lex? Funny made-up words. Although they have a certain righteous ring to them. Ew, cigars are gross. Of all the places in the world, the flavor country seems least appealing to me. Let's take this bad boy for a spin. A book titled Indoctrination of Roman Dutch Law in the Courts of South Africa. Well, that makes no sense whatsoever. It looks pretty. The sand, I bet, came from somewhere far away.
That dim-witted boy sells these down at the local market. So the sand probably came from...
Nope, somewhere far away. Maybe some desert.
Sure, the desert.
Hey, a flashlight. But there are no batteries inside.
There's bound to be some in the house.
We can ask Rusty if he'll give us one of his. I'll take the flashlight with me. This won't work. It usually...
What the hell? What was that?
I don't know, Ted. Lights? Tricks?
Yeah, I guess. I'm getting too old for this.
Thing. This thing.
Yeah, sounds right.
Not really.
So yeah, as I said, it's not really a kid's game. There's like small bits of kind of horror in them, like nothing particularly scary, depending on how scared you get of things. But yeah, like it all gets explained later on, but there's little moments like that, and obviously you do end up at some point seeing the Red Man, and he's not the best thing to see sometimes, so...
Rust, we need a big favor.
What's this about, Bear?
Rusty, we need a battery for our flashlight. We thought you could help us out.
Sure, I got batteries, but here's the problem, miss. If I give you a battery, I gotta shut down for the rest of the night, and I have to keep an eye out.
Can't you give us just one battery, Rusty? You'll still have a couple of them left, right?
Here's the thing, little miss. It's a closed circuit.
She knows. She's just playing on your soft side, Rust. We could take some of that edge off, Rust. Why don't you rest your eyes for a bit and let me and the doll here take over?
You? No offense, Bear. I respect you as much as anyone in Paper City, but this here is different. I don't think you could handle this red guy on your own. You should take care of Miss Amelia and leave the patrol to me.
Are you saying I'm not qualified for watch duty? We have to wrap this thing up, fast. There's a bottle of carrot juice in my desk that's longing for my return. We can keep an eye out for anyone suspicious in the meantime. Besides, you know I'm more than qualified. That nasty business from a couple of years ago, with them robots going missing. I was the one that brought that whole shady affair down, and you know it.
Are you trying to play me, Bear? I know you had nothing to do with that. That thing went so high up, there's no chance in hell Snoop like you even got close to wrapping it up.
You seem to have blown a fuse there, Rust. It was me who cracked that case, and I can prove it. I have the case file and the credentials, handed to me by the commissioner in my office somewhere.
Okay, settle down there, Bear. Let's make a deal. You show me the credentials, and I'll hand over the battery. It's not that I don't believe you. I just want to make sure you're not playing me is all.
Ted and Amber move away.
Oh my god, Ted, you're not supposed to read the brackets. A do-over?
Keep it rolling! We should get to my office, doll. There's an old file I have to find.
What's this whole deal about anyways? Why can't he just give us a battery? We can keep an eye out.
Rust is having a hard time coping with what happened. He worked in that mill for over 20 years, and now suddenly he's got nothing to do. Let's just do this to humor him.
Poor Rust. Okay, you're right. Let's find that file.
I think by the time this is over, we're going to meet a lot of people in his position.
It's locked. I mean, of course it is.
There should be an old file here somewhere. Nasty business from a couple of years ago. The robot union hired me to look into several cases of robot kidnappings.
I remember. That CEO of Illuminarium, Skinner, used robot parts to manufacture headlights at low prices.
Yep, I brought down that whole shady deal. Almost got shot in the process. Rust finds me unqualified for lookout duty. Probably thinks I'm a burnout.
You're not a burnout, Ted. I mean, you were more driven before, but I understand you've had a lot on your mind lately. Anyways, I'm really glad you're with me on this one.
Sure thing, doll. What, am I going to say no to you?
Thanks, Ted.
Don't mention it, partner.
There. Is this it?
Yep, that's the one. Let's head back to that hothead robot. There you go, buddy. Signed and authorized by Commissioner Locke himself. Anyways, we really need that battery now, Rust. Time's a factor here.
So it was you. I'll be damned. That was a big deal for us robots, you know? I always held you in high regard, Bear. But you just earned my utmost admiration, let me tell you. You can have my battery. I can use a little shut-eye, to be honest. Keep an eye out, and keep little miss here safe. Oh, and check on Millie from time to time. Make sure she's all right.
Thanks, Rust. We won't let you down.
Thank you so much, Rusty. Get some sleep. We'll wake you up in the morning.
I will not be checking on Millie.
Hey, I got it working.
Like, I like this, the fact that you end up just being the flashlight beam. That's quite cool.
You should really know what this is by now, buddy.
It's where I take long showers and contemplate life. Also, I sing.
Honestly, the funny thing is, I made a friend at work who I get on really well with, and like, their two chemistry is kind of like us. I am really the annoying one like Amber, and he's just like, what the hell are you talking about?
Nah, I'm pretty as it is.
Though I'm not quite that confident myself.
Fun fact, if you stuff a bunch of them down the toilet and flush, the water will overflow and the repair guy will come to fix it. He will also complain about the economy and how he has to work on Sundays. They're my mom's. I'm not really sure what they're for. It's full of bathroom stuff. A painting on the floor. Trying to get out of town, eh? You owe money to the art community. Listen here, man. I'll cut you a deal. I'll take on your debt and pay those money-grubbing watercolor pushers. Maybe I'll call you on your debt sometime. Maybe not. What do you say? Beats living on the run. I'm not going through trash. It's just my work ethic. This duster may come in handy. I'll take it with me just in case. It's full of uninteresting stuff.
What's happening? What is this? Doll, you seeing this?
I don't know, Ted. What was that?
It's fine. It's nothing, probably. It's the middle of the night, and the light is playing tricks on us. Let's go.
You know, I knew that was coming and it still kind of made me jump. And I just said the last time that I don't get scared very easily.
There, I cleaned it up. Go crawl through.
Why don't you crawl through?
Obviously, I can't fit. Otherwise, I would totally do it.
Sure you would. The case was spinning out of control, so fast I had to hold onto my hat. Nothing made sense, and it was getting more twisted by the minute. We've
He's
come
also
across
not wearing
an old
a
buddy
hat.
of mine who has suddenly found himself out of purpose and place. The steel mill, where Rust worked for years, got blown to bits. Hundreds of hard-working, honest people lost their jobs overnight. The police are writing it off as an accident. Coincidentally, there were a lot of accidents this past week. The whole damn city was burning up and no one was doing anything about it. Did I pick the wrong time to get out of that dump? According to Rust and Millie, one man is responsible for all this mayhem. In 1 week, he's become a synonym for fear throughout the city, and police and thugs alike are shuddering at the mention of his name. They call him the Red Man. I have a strong feeling in my gut. It's all somehow connected. My retirement, the fires, and the official cover-up. What happened to Flint, the Red Man. It's all leading to her. I feel she is the key to all of this. The last piece of the puzzle I have to solve. Does she know more than she's led me to believe? Or have I let my suspicions get the better of me? It's hard for me to admit this. It's also downright stupid. But I've let myself trust her over the years we've worked together. And I have to trust her now. Sooner or later, we'll find ourselves back in that hellhole city. This bond I have with her will be the only thread I'll have to hold on to when things go from bad to worse. In Paper City, all bets are off, but the stakes were never as high as now.
And I really like the noir animation style, like being in black and white with things like the cloth in red. I do really like it. Like, I don't even like noir films much. I don't like detective stuff, but I did like Ellie Noir was one of the best games, one of my favourite games of all time. And this one is just like, it's really pretty and really cute, but it uses the colours really well as well. I just really, really like that.
I should tear them in case I need to make a rope to climb down the window. A level 6 sword. It has higher damage than my gun. I'm more of a range guy myself. Maybe I can sell it at a shop. I'll just sell this sword and buy some revives for later.
That is totally what I would do.
An empty box. Just think of the possibilities. Just some rope. I bet someone would find this extremely useful. Not me, though. It looks like a match in a small metal container. Is it? Did I get it right? Hard shell on the outside, sweet on the inside. Metaphors never end with you guys, huh? It's a small paper box. I had a feeling I'd find you two lurking around. How is it that whenever something fishy goes down, you two are peeking around the corner?
Save your monologues for the shower, Snoop. We didn't do it.
And what exactly didn't you do?
Whatever you're implying we did or didn't do.
So you did it.
It depends.
Depends on what?
If we did whatever you're hinting that we did, or for that matter didn't do, and if the answer might incriminate us to a certain degree, then as a fact, I can state that we didn't do it. See? But if not doing it, whatever it is you're implying we did or didn't do would put us in the same position as in the previous statement, considering it was true, then we certainly did do it.
This is going nowhere. If you weren't a crook, you could have had a career as a lawyer, although the two aren't mutually exclusive.
Yeah? Well, if you weren't a snoop, you could have had a career as a drunk, although the two aren't mutually exclusive, see?
Don't act smart with me, lowlife. I'll take you downtown faster than you can say I'm guilty. Now start spilling the beans, or this friendly get-together might turn out ugly for you too. Where is Flint Ashworth?
Beats me. He wasn't here when we arrived. Is he missing?
The bunnies are actually quite weird looking, to be honest. Like, everything else is kind of cute, but these two with their, like, whited out eyes, they're just a little bit creepy.
No, I'm just asking because I have these 2 tickets for Wuthering Heights on ice.
Oh, it's just wonderful. The reviews are overwhelmingly positive.
Shut up, John. He's just pulling your leg.
So you're saying you had nothing to do with his disappearance?
Who do you take us for, Snoop? We ain't no kidnappers. The kid probably went to see his friends or something, see? Besides, he's a tough kid. I'm sure he's fine.
Sure, because kidnapping is way over the line for you two. It's one of the few things missing from your MO. Maybe you thought you should step up the game. Who put you up to it?
Whoa, as I said, we ain't no kidnappers, see? We may have our differences, you and I, but you know we would never go as far.
All right, you're off the hook, for now. You two lowlifes heard anything about the Red Man?
We might have heard something. My memory's a bit fuzzy these days, see?
If you tell me what you know, maybe I'll go easy on you with the beating.
Why do you have to get all physical? So far, you don't have anything on us that would justify this type of behavior, see? Violence is never an answer, Snoop.
It is with you two.
And they don't know I have a level 6 sword now as well.
So, why are you here exactly?
That's none of your business, Snoop.
Listen here, you lowlife. I know you operate on the west side these days. I've seen you down with your face in the mud coming out from those 24-hour carrot bars near the harbor. I know you've seen things. You two better start being useful, or else.
Oi, Copernicus, how about you take a long walk down the shore pier, see? We ain't seen nothing. We're just a couple of them hard-working individuals, see? We know our rights. We pay them taxes and such. What's a snoop like you even gonna do? You ain't a cop, see?
You got that right, pal. I ain't a cop. That just means I can throw a couple of knuckle sandwiches your way before I take you two lowlifes in. Not that anyone would care. I can just say I found you that way, or that the Reef King got to you before I did.
Maybe it's time you leave 2 exemplary citizens like us alone and find yourself someone else you can bother, see? I hear that crazy old coot's been chasing seagulls down at the harbor lately. Maybe he can help you, see?
CBG. Haven't seen him in a while. You're saying he knows something?
It's worth a shot, ain't it? It's not like you're getting anywhere with us. It's just that getting the information out of him might prove to be quite a task, see?
Don't worry about that. Me and him go back a long way. He'll talk to me.
I'm also sorry if suddenly, like, a load of people come in my house and make a lot of noise. I don't actually have a door to my bedroom. And I'm deaf, so with my headphones on I can't hear what they're doing. I'm hoping my dog gives me an idea that they're home if they come home before I stop streaming. But if there's a lot of noise in the background, I do apologize. I just can't hear anything when I've got my headphones on.
Why'd you escape the city?
Who says we escaped? Me and John just came to enjoy ourselves out in the country, see? We might take up fishing, or hiking. Yeah, those types of things.
That's just great news, Jimmy. I love it here.
Aww.
It's so relaxing.
Sure, and your escape had nothing to do with the recent activities regarding the Red Man?
What Red Man? Also, Snoop, Native American is the proper nomenclature, I do believe.
You know who I'm talking about, so stop playing dumb. Not you, big guy. I know you can't help it.
Help what? What are we talking about?
Forget it. I just don't get why you would protect someone that made you flee the city in the middle of the night.
Hold on there, Snoop. We're not protecting anyone. It's just that this guy, he's not your average sap, see?
Your memory's getting a bit better, eh?
Hey, we want to see this all sorted out as much as anyone. With all the folks leaving the city, it's bad for business.
Sure. I can only imagine. What do you know about it?
Not much, and the things we heard are mostly just stories. He's setting fires and whatnot down in the city. Wants to see it all burn. See? No one will stop this guy, Snoop. Not even you.
He's the reckoning this city was due for. He won't stop until everything is dust, and we lie forgotten in the sands of time.
What? What the hell are you talking about, John? Don't listen to him. He had a rough night.
Well, you two were useful as always. I have to go. When I come back, I hope, for your sake, nothing will be missing.
Besides the kid, you mean?
You trying to be funny, or you got the sudden urge to confess?
The first one, yeah. See you later, Snoop.
You better believe it. One more thing. You didn't find a key by any chance lying around the house.
Oh, yeah, we did. It was just lying on the floor.
That's what I thought. How about you hand it over to me? I'll keep it safe for you guys.
Sure thing, there you go. Now don't go telling people we never helped you. It's like we're partners now, see?
Sure. We'll have to find another way. It's got drawers. I guess the logical thing to do here would be to search the drawers for clues, but I'm not going to do that. I have my reasons. The weakest link in this whole construction. Maybe I could exploit that. No.
I just wanted to use the sword.
I'll take it with me. Maybe Millie can tell me something more about it.
See, I remember my first playthrough with this, I actually missed that completely. Well, I needed to get it in the end, but I was stuck for forever because I didn't realise that you could cut that. It's one of those things, like I haven't played it for ages, but one of those things that just like kind of stuck with me, that I needed to do.
Those two clowns are in there, not being useful as always.
Did you ask them about Flint?
I did. They didn't know anything.
No,
I think
I
they're
don't
just hiding
speak
from
Russian.
someone.
The Red Man?
That's my best bet, but who knows with those two?
So Flint's not in there?
No.
What should we
I
do,
barely
Ted?
speak
We
proper
have
English,
to
to be
find him.
honest.
Well, we're not going to find him standing here. We should check other rooms. Maybe he's hiding somewhere. Mugshots gave me this key to your parents' room that they, totally just found lying on the floor.
We should start there then.
Such forward ideas. You're going to be a fine detective one day.
Thanks, Bear. You too.
I have no idea what that means. Sorry, mate.
It's unlocked. Hope I don't get into trouble over this. My parents' bed. It's so big and comfy. My bed is like sleeping on a pile of rocks. Well, not really. It's really soft and fluffy, but this one's better. I'll take this film strip with me. Maybe I can develop it later.
But I want the camera.
It's plastic wrap for your clothes, for some reason. An armoire. That's fancy talk for closet. It looks a lot like a horse brush.
That's not what I
Some
wanted to
weird
click
plant
on.
sticking out of it. If you draw with it on your mom's evening dress, she'll get like really, really mad. Like volcanic eruption mad. A painting of some guy. Let's name him. Jeffrey. What do you think, Ted?
I don't, but he does look like a Jeffrey.
Jeffrey Creepy Face. His eyes would follow us around the room, if he had any.
Your English is a fiasco. Your English isn't too bad.
It's a combination lock safe. Let's try to guess the combination, Ted. How hard can it be? Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Maybe it's 0, 0, 0, 0. Or 74? 1, 0...
Are you kidding me with this?
Okay, you're right. I give up.
I'm guessing it's not going to be 107.
There we go. It was the number from the statue. Not a police code for anything, Mr. I don't follow no rules.
See, this is why I write
Hey,
things
these are the
down.
liquids for developing pictures. I'll take them with me.
I remember that I never get this right.
Used for measuring, liquids? For storing preserves and other stuff. Used to develop photos, then you hang them up and let them dry. Fascinating stuff. There. We just need the empty photo thingy to put it in. We can get it from that machine over there.
You know how to use that thing?
Not yet, but I was voted most likely to figure stuff out in my school once. Nothing happened. There's something missing. Nothing happened. There's something missing.
That's okay. I wouldn't know the first thing about languages, to be honest. I'm partially deaf, so it took me until I was about 6 to learn how to speak English. I am English. I'm just very bad at speaking, hence why I'm doing these, to be honest. But no, your English has been fine. Thank you for commenting.
Just a bunch of stuff used to develop photos.
What am I doing? I'm completely lost at what I'm doing.
Nothing happened. There's something missing. I'll take this tape with me. I can use it to tape Ted to a flagpole. Seems like it's empty. You can pour something in it, like water or fire.
That's what I need.
There. Is it over? Is that it?
Looks the same to me.
Some detective you are. Obviously something happened. We need to use the developing liquids now, and then we get the photo. Oh my God, Ted. That's him. That's the red man. He's in my house.
Okay, calm down. That could be anyone.
Oh, no, it's him. He's in my house and he did something to Flint. I have to find Mom and Dad.
Wait, don't be so rash. There's probably an explanation for this.
We found a piece of his robe earlier and now this photo.
Don't get your parents involved, doll. They're having a hard time as it is. This could be just a prank is all I'm saying. We should get back to Millie and see if she can tell us something about the fabric.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I guess you...
We have to wait, though. The room is locked by a mechanism connected to that machine over there, and it will unlock in a couple of minutes. My dad made it like this so no one would barge in and light up the room when he's developing photos.
Alright, so we wait. So, how have you been lately?
But yeah, I guess you didn't understand what I'm saying. I'm sorry I don't speak Russian, but thank you for coming and watching. Oh, I forgot you get to be the red guy. Yeah, as I said, it's not a game for kids. And my niece loves clicking points, but I would not let her play this. She's better than me. I get so stuck on Pajama Sam, she gets through it so fast.
Oh no, Ted, it's Millie.
Damn it.
Why would somebody do this? She was just a sweet old woman. She hasn't done nothing wrong to anyone.
I don't go to school, I'm 30.
I've had her since I
It's
was
a
5,
long time since
almost
I went to
as
school,
long as-
mate.
Me, yeah, I know. Doll, what do you think we should do now?
I honestly don't know. Ted, I'm a bit shaken up at the moment. I have to go find Mom and Dad. Whoever this red man is, he's done something to Flint.
Please, don't get your parents involved again. I suggest we head out to Paper City and see what we can dig up on this guy. We can go down to the docks and talk to CBG. He's bound to know something.
Again? What do you mean?
What? I don't know. We should get moving. Is there any entrance to the city we can use at the moment?
There's one in the attic. Maybe we can use that one.
Yeah, good idea. Let's head out.
Poor Millie. This is our fault, you know? We told Rusty we'd keep an eye out, and now she's dead. We've let her down.
Hey, this is not your fault. That red freak did this. Believe me when I say this, doll. You can't save everyone all the time. People die. That's just how the dice roll. All you can do at times like these is keep your head up. Think of the fond memories you have of her, and just keep going. We'll get that red bastard sooner or later. That's my promise to you.
I know, it's just...
It's sad, I know, but life gets sad sometimes. You just have to pull through, and happiness will find you again. Now let's go. We've still got a case to solve, and somebody's got to pay for this.
I'm also very sorry if the notifications from my Facebook pop up. I completely forgot that they were set, and I have no idea how to actually turn them off at this second.
No point in dragging her around. It's also disrespectful. I'll come back after all this is over and bury her back in the yard, underneath the pines. It's the most peaceful place in the world. Since I'm paying for the view, I might as well enjoy it. I'll just take the nail with me. The uses for it are practically endless.
Belarus? I only know of Belarus because of the Eurovision Song Contest. I've never met anyone from Belarus, to be honest.
A door that leads to the attic. No, really, that's all there is to it. It leads to the attic, hence the name, the attic door.
That actually worked? You just unlocked something with an old rusty nail? How convenient is that? That's just lazy writing.
Don't be such a negative Nancy, Snoop. Of course it worked. My genius knows no bounds. Yay, I got the hook thingy. I bet this will be super useful, like, really soon. This won't work. It usually takes... I don't think so. I can't use that. I can't use...
Oh, you can't go back in there. I know I'm gonna
It's
have to make
filled
a
with
hook. Okay, so I'm pretty sure this is going to be the bit that I get stuck and have no idea what I'm doing.
This thing is so dusty. It's like a... It looks like the thing, whatever. It's a decorative plaque of some sort, or an award for wood chopping? I don't really know.
We'll have to find another way.
Come on. Unpacked stuff from our city apartment. I bet it's full of bouncing balls.
I can't for the life of me remember what I'm looking for, to be honest. Wait a minute. I knew how to do this before. It's not gonna be as easy as that.
Do what with it?
I didn't think it was gonna be that easy. What is it?
I don't think...
I did say at the beginning of the stream I'm really bad at these games. Hey, give me a second. I will tell my mum that I talked to a Belarusian. I'm sure she would be proud of me, to be honest. Yeah, see you later.
Do what with it?
Oh my god, it was in the window.
I'll take it with me. With some proper crafting, it can be used to access things out of my reach.
I clicked on the window, but I didn't click on the right bit of the window.
This won't hold on its own. There, now I can have higher aspirations.
I'm gonna go get the key actually before I do anything else. Now that I've seen the key, I want the key.
I don't think so.
On the books. Yeah.
I'll take this key with me, just in case. It's always good to have keys around.
Oh no, I got what you meant. I did get what I meant. What you meant. I'm sorry I don't speak Russian. You know, you're my first viewer. I'm very glad that you came. I'm sorry that I don't speak Russian. Bye. That should not have worked. She basically used the force. She just pointed it at the trapdoor and it just, like, came down.
Millie, Rust, and the mugshots all escaped through the east tunnel. It's closed off now. We've heard from several sources now that the police commissioner had ordered a lockdown. I was starting to wonder, was it to keep everyone at bay till they catch the person responsible? Or was it to maybe keep someone out? It's too big of a coincidence that all of this started to happen at the same time I left the city, and now I find myself unable to return. I've come across the Mugshot brothers, but as expected, they were uncooperative. Wise guys. Reasoning with them is a fruitless effort. However, the little information I got from them could be useful later. They seem nervous. I mean, more than usual. We found some clues around the house that could help us find Flint, but so far, everything is leading nowhere. I've examined the evidence myself, but can't connect the dots yet. It seems appropriate the last case in my career would be like this. Everyone knows the story. The detective only has a couple of days till retirement, but then the lady in distress shows up and begs him to help her out. He decides, against all reason, to do this one last thing. But the case proves to be his hardest yet. Somewhere down the line, the detective gets shot. Fade to black. We had a run-in with the main suspect, the man in the red hood. Unfortunately, we were too late. It's sad what happened to Millie, and Amber really lost it for a moment. I did all I could, and gave her a promise that I'd catch the man responsible. It's not much, but it's the least I can do. We had to table all of our options, and we decided to go back to Paper City. I have an informant there that could know some things, and that's our best bet at the moment. Red, it seems, wants to get to Amber, so I figured I'd draw him out. Best place to do that is the city. I need to level the field, coordinate with the police, and to set a trap. After we get him cornered, I'll make him talk. And we'll find out what happened to Flint. Let's just hope it's not too late.
Sorry, I just don't want to talk over the cutscene. Google translates fine. My problem is, I'm playing off of my laptop basically. I don't have a second screen or anything, so I have to like exit out of the game and translate on my computer because I'm reading chat off of my phone, which makes it obviously difficult for me. But no, I got what you meant. As I said, I'm sorry that I don't speak Russian. I did once want to learn Russian, but with my hearing deficiency, it's really difficult for me to actually hear what people are saying to me, so learning how to speak any language is difficult. I learned to write Japanese a long time ago. Don't remember that. And I used to be quite good at speaking French, but I've forgotten that completely because that was like 15 years ago.
Good evening, officer.
Oh my god, Miss Ashworth. Is that really you? I must say, I've only seen you in the papers, but you look even better in person.
Stop, you're going to make me blush. Oops, too late. No, but seriously, officer.
Burke, Miss Ashworth, but you can call me Brian.
Okay, Brian, we need to enter the city. You see, we're working on this case and we need to find a friend of ours. He might know some things.
I'm terribly sorry, Miss Ashworth. I'm afraid no one is allowed to enter the city at this point. Not even a beloved and well-known celebrity such as yourself. I'm so sorry.
Well,
So sorry.
that's okay.
So sorry.
Aren't you a bit young to be a policeman?
Police officer, actually. I'm fresh out of the academy, but I'm planning to make detective in a couple of years.
Well, that's ambitious.
Is that a fake mustache?
No.
It is! It just fell on the floor.
Well, this is embarrassing. I'm sorry. Everyone at the station has a mustache these days, and I just can't seem to grow one myself. My fiance even makes fun of me sometimes.
Well, I think you look just dashing without a mustache. It makes you look younger.
Well, thank you kindly, miss.
That's a tough deal, kid. You'll have a hard time becoming a detective if you don't have a mustache.
But you don't have one, Mr. Bear.
I'm a private snoop, Jimmy. I don't need to fit in. I walk my beat alone.
Oh my god.
You see, I kind of wonder if they did like Curse of Monkey Island, because like the whole sticking the hook on the end of the bit of wood and the fake, well, and this is a mustache and that it's a beard, just like very much at the beginning of Curse of Monkey Island, all that kind of stuff, which as I think I said earlier is one of my favourite games and one of the games that I played so much when I was growing up. It's why I like Click and Points probably more than anything else. And if I do decide to carry on doing this, like, longer than October, it's probably a series of games I'm going to play next, and then you'll really see how bad I am, because I am so bad at the Monkey Island games, even though I've completed them multiple times.
Can't you make an exception to let us pass? Just this once.
Mr. Bear, as much as I admire both you and Miss Amber, seriously, I'm a huge fan, but orders are still orders. Things are getting really bad down in the city. If anything were to happen to Miss Amber, I could never forgive myself.
Dave, who ordered this lockdown?
The state officials. Mayor Mills himself signed the decree. I'm afraid without the mayor's signature, no one is allowed to enter or leave the city at the moment. And it's Brian, sir.
And how come the city is on lockdown anyways?
I'm afraid I'm not in a position to discuss such matters, Mr. Bear. Terribly sorry.
Stevie, you know anything about the Red Man?
I'm sorry, Mr. Bear. I really can't discuss such matters. I will tell you one thing, though. The word on the street is that the suspect, codename Red, is asking a lot of questions about Miss Ashworth.
What kind of questions? What's so interesting about Amber anyways?
Hey,
Don't worry, Miss Ashworth. You're the most interesting person I know. If I was a crazy lunatic with an agenda, I'd stalk you too.
aw, that's so cute. Thank you, Brian.
Oh no, now I'm blushing.
I just have to interrupt, whatever this is. Jerry, what kind of information is Red after?
It's Brian, sir, and I'm afraid I don't really know much about the subject. Only what I hear from the fellow police officers here and there. Besides, I'm not in a position.
To discuss such matters, yeah, I know. You haven't seen Flint Ashworth by any chance?
Miss Ashworth's brother?
That's right. Have you seen him?
I'm sorry, Mr. Bear. I'm confused.
That's understandable, son. You're a Paper City police officer. Never mind that now. So, what is it we need to do in order to enter the city?
Well, I suppose you would have to get clearance, signed by Mayor Mills himself.
And he'll just sign this clearance, no questions asked.
Normally, no. I don't think so. But since you're in the company of the beautiful and talented Miss Amber, I'm sure the mayor will make an exception.
I'll have to get the mayor on the phone to sort this thing out.
You think he'll let us enter the city?
I really don't know, but that drunk owes me a couple of favors. It's time to call him up on it. To the Batcave.
To the Batcave.
Mayor's office.
Hello there, doll. This is Teddy Bear. You may know me from such cases as saving the mayor's ass on several occasions. I've also set you up with a buddy of mine that one time.
Of course, Mr. Bear, I know who you are. Are you looking to speak with the mayor, Mr. Bear? Because I'm afraid he's not in at the moment. Can I take a message?
No, I have to talk to the mayor personally. It's important. When will the mayor be back?
The mayor should be in first thing in the morning, Mr. Bear.
Okay, never mind. Thanks anyway, doll. He's not in, and we don't have time to sit around and wait till he sobers up. We'll have to find another way.
Hey, what if we made the clearance ourselves?
That's falsifying government papers, doll. I like it. There should be some stationery around here. Give me a minute. Have a drink while you wait.
A drink of what? Make-believe water?
Never mind. Here it is. There. Now we just need something to use as a stamp. And we need to falsify the signature. You're an artist of sorts. You can do this, right?
Not really. I could probably make a stamp out of something, but I can't falsify the signature.
Fine. I'll get those two goons to do it.
The mugshots? You think they'll help you?
Don't worry. My right knuckle can be very persuasive.
I don't think I've got much more of this episode to go, so I'm going to try to finish this episode, but I know the people I live with are coming back now. I'll try to finish it before it gets too noisy in here.
Hey, the key fits. Let's see what we have in here. I'll take the ink with me. If we wake up in 1789 tomorrow, I'll be all set. The convertible of desks. Very chic.
Actually, I might need that candle. I'm going to back up. I should have clicked on the candle.
I'll take it with me just in case. Maybe I'll need to read in the dark at some point or something.
I knew I wanted the candle. I have a feeling the kit that she uses to make the stamp is in her bed. That's why I keep hovering over the bed, because I'm certain there's something in the bed, or like under the pillows. I'm sure you just make it out of...
So fluffy.
Maybe not. I'm just...
Are you even trying? Do what with it? The tools I used to... There. Now I got a stamp. All I need now is some ink. Messy. Hopefully I won't get it all over my pockets.
Alright, I was wrong. I'm probably thinking of a completely different game.
Come on. Come on.
Maybe I need to get it signed first. I thought she had like a little box of stuff that she uses, but I could be thinking of something completely different. I play a lot of point and clicks, and a lot of the newer ones tend to have female protagonists.
I need your help, lowlifes. I've got this fake clearance to enter the city, and I need you to falsify the mayor's signature.
And what makes you think we're the right guys for this? Do we look like counterfeiters to you?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, we can do this. But again, what's in it for us?
You better do it if you ever want to play the clarinet again.
What does that even mean?
What do you think? It means I'm going to confiscate your clarinet.
Oh no, not the clarinet, Jimmy.
Would you do it for Amber?
I would do it for Miss, but something tells me you're just dropping names to get us to agree.
She's with me, and she needs your help.
Oh yeah? She sure lost a lot of weight, or you finally lost your mind, 'cause I can't see you.
She's in the other room. She couldn't squeeze through.
I'll cut you a deal, Snoop. You bring me proof that little Miss is with you, and I'll falsify this report card of yours.
You mean the clearance?
What? Yeah, the clearance.
I'll be back.
Sure thing, Arnold.
You got it?
No, they don't have anything to write with. You have your pencils with you?
Here you go, but be sure to get them back.
I'll be right back.
No, I was right, see? The creators' tools. I knew we got them. I thought we actually picked them up, but we didn't. Obviously, she had them all there.
There. Does this qualify as proof to you? Now, show some integrity for once in your life and do this thing.
Whoa there! Are these the creators' tools? Where did a snoop like you get these?
The Muffin Man gave them to me.
The Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man. Amber gave them to me, obviously. They have her initials and everything.
All right there, Snoop. Don't get all riled up. Show me that land deal you want falsified.
You mean the clearance?
What? Yeah, sure, the clearance. There. Now, if you don't mind, me and John have some business to attend to. So, how about you hit the old dusty trail?
There. All sorted out.
You didn't hurt them, did you?
I sure did. Lowlifes like that only understand one kind of language.
Oh no,
Confiscating
Ted.
of
Why are you
clarinets.
always so mean to them?
What? No. It's expected with those two. Never mind that now. I got it sorted. Let's head back to that cop boyfriend of yours.
Can I do the stamp now?
All done. Wow, forging documents is a lot of work.
Woo! And I leveled up! Pretty sure this is the end of the episode.
Here you go, Mike. Signed by Jim, Mayor Mills himself.
Yes, here it is, and it's like totally real and not at all fake.
Well, everything seems to check out. Wait a minute, and enjoy the scenery, Miss Amber, Mr. Ted. It's a beautiful view of the city from here. Have a nice night.
You too, Brian.
Good night, Byron.
Alright, I guess we're going back there. You ready, Ted?
Give me a minute. I thought I left that place for good, you know. What about you? You haven't been there in some time, doll.
Yeah, I think so. Besides, we have a case to solve.
You're right. Let's go.
It kind of feels like going home.
God damn it. It really does.
Ted, I never asked you. What happened to your former partner?
He grew up.
And there we go. End of the first episode. I'm not going to do the second episode. I might be going to the cinema, to be honest, in a bit, so there's no point starting anything right now. Thank you for the people that showed up to watch. Thank you to Sanka Tankist, who commented, even if I didn't understand what he was saying and he didn't understand what I was saying. I probably won't be back tomorrow, mainly because I think everyone is home tomorrow, so unless they go out, I don't know, and I only have 2 days off. I work 5 days a week. They can be different days, but this week and next week it's the weekend, so I might be going out in general. Yeah, I think it was a successful first stream. I do want to do all of the episodes of Bear With Me. I think the next 3 are going to be more difficult than this one. I remember this one best because I've done it more than once. The next 2 I've done at least once, and the last one came out like last month or something. Like, I didn't even know if they were doing it's a prequel episode. I didn't even know they were doing it until I turned on my Switch and saw it was on my Switch. So I bought it at the beginning of this month when I got paid. And it's kind of why I wanted to start with this game. I was actually going to start with Sally Face, which is one of my favourite indie horror games. But I'm hoping, as long as I don't freak out doing this, that I'll do that closer to Halloween. It's a really good game, but it's not a finished game. I don't think there's been any news of it being finished, so I don't think that the episode will be out in time for Halloween. But yeah, if it goes well, I do kind of want to carry on. I don't really have a schedule because I work shifts, but I'm usually home in the afternoons. I'm in the UK, I'm in England, so I've been thinking if I do this kind of regularly for the website, then it'll be 1 PM start UK time and going on until about 3-4 o'clock maybe a little later. My house doesn't get particularly busy until about 6, so I can go up until about 6 o'clock. But yeah, so thank you for coming and watching, and thank you to the people on the website that are possibly going to watch this. Yeah, I'll write up on the website how this went, better than I'm going to ever be able to say it. I will put links on my Twitch to the website, to my personal Twitter, because Amanda does our group Twitter, so there's no point me ever tweeting out on, or attempting to get her to tweet out on there when I'm going to be streaming or not. I'll try to post when I'm streaming on my Twitter. There's a good chance I won't, because I don't actually care if I ever get any viewers or not. It's more to do with me overcoming a fear that I have, which is talking. I don't like talking. I said it before when I was talking to Sankatankis that I have a lot of trouble speaking because it took me a long time to learn how to speak, which is one of the reasons I've always had anxiety about it, especially because I can't hear. I don't pronounce words properly. But that's all something I'll put in the blog anyway. But yeah, so that was Bear With Me, and thank you for coming and watching.